FXBros.
Hello. Yeah, we are back. We're about to wrap up the month. It's Sunday, April 27th. And hopefully this week we'll have a little bit more volume. Last week we were pretty much consolidated. If you look at the 1 hour time frame. And we take it from, let's see, this is Sunday, Friday, Thursday, Monday, Tuesday, Monday, Sunday, Friday. So Sunday started here. That's pretty much what we did. We had a triple top. I feel like if the market, especially off this 1 hour, if the market was going to continue bullish, we would have done it here after we swept this low of this structure. And market pushed back up bullish, especially with this wick up. But still then with the return back down bearish on Wednesday, we swept the low of the week that was created on Tuesday. And from that, we could not create another high. And currently we have created another higher low. So a bearish formation. I would say we'd look at a range from this low here up to where we currently are. We got 37 pips we can capture. Even from the low of this box, we have 25 pips. So the easy trade for sales would be something like this. I'll put it up. A short position. Take sales here. Stops above this high if we don't go no higher. And take profit like right around here. Would be 1 to 3, 1 to 3.5. Get a little closer, we could for sure get a 1 to 3. So I think that's a viable trade. I'm about to get into sales for AU. Let's check the dollar right quick. We should see, we don't see signs of bullishness, but we do see a bullish pattern. So we're going to go along with that. We're going to go with buy sales on AU. And on that position, let's see. I'll take profit at 63.56. Oh, 60. I like 63.50. Let's do a TP at 63.50. Got about 20 pips. Let's see how we rock out. What's up, brother?
What's popping with you?
Ain't nothing. Just hopped into some sales on AU.
And some sales?
Yeah, just looking to see if we gonna continue with this. Looking at all the different time frames. I know overall we coming out of this a big bullish sweep on a 4 hour, judging from the 1st of April, but coming from the consolidation of last week, I'm taking a short position in sales all the way down to the bottom of that range. around 63.50.
That's not bad. I'm actually
Everything off in 4 hours.
I'm actually looking for continuation on
Got
the
you.
bullish side, and the reason why, if I was to take sales, I would be looking to take profit earlier, like
On
to
Thursday.
feel the 4 hour wick that just closed.
Right. And that's another reason why I'm going in sales out that bearish 4 hour engulfing. It's not
Right.
the
So
strongest one. But
let me tell you like this: if it rejects that area, like if it goes to anywhere from 63 63.80 to 63.75, if it start rejecting right there, then yeah, I would like put just keep a close eye on it. I'm not
yeah,
telling you, I'm just saying if I was in it. To be honest, I'm still in the buys from last week.
right. Yeah. I pretty much closed out of that position. I was so small anyway, I really wasn't doing nothing. So I saw this opportunity just for some quick sales to the downside and
Well, yeah,
maybe
like I'm saying, if it's quick, then yeah,
yeah, it's just what's this like 20, well let's say 32 pips, but about 20 pips I'm going for.
What about your stop loss? Do you have one, or you just looking at it?
My stop is at 63.91.
Which is how many pips is that? Like 10, 15?
Uh Actually no. Let me see. Because I'm looking at TradingView. Because I entered right here. So my stops is above the previous week. So 63.95.
Hello. I'm at home.
63.
I'm not out. Oh, you went to jazz today?
63.95.
I was about to say you went
Yeah, right above the that last, I guess if you're looking at the 1 hour, that last bearish candle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a bad stop loss, bro. That's tight enough to where it's early in the week, but yeah, I think we're gonna see some continuations. Or if it does drop below, let me tell you this: if it drops below and close, where I say that stop loss should be, I'll get out of my buys.
What, 63.75?
Yep.
Okay.
I get a damn close or something. You know what I'm saying? Like towards the downside. I'm not gonna sit in this buy and wait for it to turn around. I want to wait for another entry or to jump into those sales, because like I said from last week, if I get a closure below that, the 63.75 area, that
Mhm.
traffic, even though it's kind of in a consolidation, it's cleaner for me to go towards 63.40 and below. But I would need for that to happen. And like I said, even then, it's in a tough to consolidate. To be honest, bro, I am looking for like sales below 63.20. And I know that sounds crazy, but looking at that on the daily, that's when I'm like, okay, I'm like heavy in sales.
Yeah. Shit. I mean, 63.40 or 63.50 probably would be a good area to get in the sales before we even get to 20. Because, yeah, on the daily, you got hella clean traffic just for sales. Especially if we just swept all them highs too on last week. So it was Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah, yeah.
The only thing that's going against us is the daily bullish engulfing, but it's as you can see, we should have went bullish right there. We should have went bullish on Thursday. Friday, we should have been bullish. It's really no reason for a Friday pullback. I feel like if we was bullish, we should have easily took out them wicks at the top on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday wicks, but that wasn't the case. It's possible that Friday was just a little sell-off, just a little rest period, and we, like you said, we'll see more bullish continuation. But I don't know. It's anybody's game right now. We did come out of a week's worth of consolidation, so
Yep. Yeah, I like that, man. Like you said, it's anybody's game. So yeah, if it don't give me some nice action, then yeah, like I cut I cut this position and just get ready for this week overall. But I do believe that this week will be bullish, pretty strong too. I think we bullish. We are going to continue with the dollar dropping. Okay, I guess we got to take a look at that. But I
yeah, I'm
think.
looking at the dollar right now.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it hasn't broken any bearish structure just yet, any strong structure just yet. So yeah, it's still bearish, but we did pull back a lot. So we kind of back trading in that old range from the 14th of April, uh, that early range of the 14th. So if we continue higher, then yeah, sales will come in for AU should. But like I said, we haven't broken structure. The true structure on the dollar right now would be $100.23. That's like the last true structure. Now, granted, it's building structure right now. It has built a bearish leg, but it didn't play out so well just yet. It would have to drop some more for that to play out. So there is still a chance for a bullish continuation on AU because this bearish leg that we have formed can still play out and sell out. So
I like that. I like that. And what chart is that you got? That's the 4 hour.
4 hour on the
And
dollar.
what about the daily?
Daily, I'm saying the same shit.
And what about the weekly?
Weekly,
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So yeah, we can shoot up just a little bit, which is doing and what it did. But that wick is too beautiful for it not to fill with momentum. Nothing to the side. I mean to the left. Go feel it. Feeling it. I'm calling it. We feeling it. Oh yeah. Hell yeah, we feeling it.
yeah,
You just look. You can look for the bottom, like to the left. That bullish movement to the left. Like, where's the bottom of that? Like, is there a strong point? What low is that?
that's the low I'm expecting the dollar to come to. Like if the
Oh,
keep going with that projection, yeah, we going to
oh,
92.88 up in
oh yes, oh yes. Give me that. And let's go shoot. Yeah.
Yep, like I said, we just need to see continuation to fill that wick for AU to keep going up. It did reject a lot. As we can see, last week it sold off to 97, but it pushed all the way back up. So what it didn't do, it didn't close below the low of Monday or Tuesday. Oh well, shit. This is a week. So the previous 2 weeks, even this week didn't close below the previous low. So that's where we would start to seeing signs of consolidation, maybe not a true continuation of sales. We started to see that in this week. And it was furthermore proved on this week with the big bearish move, but we closed back up in this range. So overall, yes, we are bearish, but this recent momentum has shown that the buys are keeping it in this range. This is the current fair price, if you will. So it's going to take a lot more of what last week did for sales, and they're going to have to believe in that shit for us to continue. So we can't have no more of Trump putting fake news about like, yeah, I'm chilling out on China. We about to come to a deal. I don't want to fire Jerome Powell no more. Like all that shit kind of like scaled back. But if he turned that shit back up, then yeah, we could see a furthermore continuation. People could lose faith in the markets, in the stock market, and they'll go to the dollar, and we could see the 10-year bond. That had a big ass increase, so that means more people were selling on that week, this weekly candle, which was the week of the 7th. You know, that's when he was talking tariffs. So everybody was selling the bonds, all the countries. So that's what that bullish push. So if that plays out, then we will see the bonds increase. If not, if we start to look like more of a, a country where people are starting to buy the shit up, if they buy it up, we'll see a continuation of sales. If they sell it, it's gonna go up. So we start to see people more buying into the dollar. They trust the dollar. Then we'll see this move go down. But yeah, that was a big push up. A weekly engulfing. Let's see the last time we had a weekly bullish engulfing like that in recent years. I see one coming out of COVID. That's a big push, not engulfing, but it was a true directional shift. Continuation here in 2022. High interest rates. Yeah. Came all the way down. Filled into this gap just like this one did. Yeah. It's like I said, this is still anybody's game. This bullish move here look like we retraced 50% of it. If I can pull out the field. We go to 50%. See right there, we pretty much came to it. So we'll see how we start to react on that area too for the bond. I know that's pretty much a country to country type situation as far as China and Japan and Hong Kong or whoever. I think they hold most of the American debt as far as treasuries go. Seeing a bullish push in the equities. We've been seeing that for the past couple of weeks.
Yeah, making a nice little rebound. I'm telling you, man, that was a nice buying opportunities for damn sure.
Gold had a big push up, but the bears saw fit to close it bearish, not overtaking this current candle as far as the close above. It's starting to trend down a little bit. Nothing as far as structure is broken for gold. We got a long way to break through, especially looking at the weekly. I mean, the daily, I'm pretty sure we could find a little structure earlier, like right here, right under 3,000. But yeah, that weekly is crucial. We talking like 2,500 before we break bearish structure on the weekly. So yeah, gold is still holding. No structure broke just yet. AUD still chilling, coming out there bullish daily engulfing after this strong run up. So we should see some kind of pullback. I'm not sure if this previous week was the pullback. It could be, but we will see as time plays on what the market wants to do. The euro is basically Oanda's gold. Since we don't have gold to trade you can kind of look at the euro dollar as gold for Oanda.
Are you in any long positions for that?
No, but nigga, I wish we wouldn't. Around this time, we were not looking at euro. I think Scoob said he traded. That's kind of what made me glance at it. You know, especially we looking at so much gold. And I pulled it up. I was like, oh my god, like this was a crazy move. So yeah, euro is doing real good compared to the dollar, which is the highest negative correlated. So we pull up the euro and we pull up the dollar, and you see the negative, the close to 100% negative correlation. You see how that chart is mostly bearish. And we go to the euro, and we see it's primary, and we see the dollar didn't really break its stride on its bearishness early, mid-February, and more closely March 3rd. And we go to the euro, and it's pretty much the same. We find that bullish push here on March 3rd, and kind of mid-February, we started seeing the first signs that we wanted to break somewhat of a structure. So kind of like the same thing. Trade that.
Yeah, I'm gonna look for a nice entry, bro. And I was looking at it on the weekly and the monthly. It's damn near a nice impulse just to see what it looked like. Like take it and then ride it and feel that wick at least.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, it's breaking out of consolidation right now. That's for damn sure. We got 2 days left on this monthly. That's going to be a first. So these last 2 days might be crucial. Last 3 days might be crucial for euro. We might see some selling off, more selling off, if we don't want to close above these wicks to make that more of a, you know, type of
Yeah, that's true.
So we are already starting to see signs on the daily. I mean, on the weekly, this big bullish push, and none of these current weeks have closed above that one, giving it first stages of wanting to pull back. You know, and you can look at other weeks. Look when other weeks pull back. A lot of them not as, some more sharp than others, but you can start to see these candles in size. Especially as soon as it start to get to this week, you start to see the candles starting to show signs of weakness. That happens all over when the market is starting to have some kind of pullback. Now, granted, this was the same scenario. You won't always find, it's not nothing's 100% in trade. You can't find, don't try to wrap your brain around trying to find the ultimate thing. I would say the closest thing to find like an ultimate, you have to go extremely high time frames, because you have less opportunity of weird shit happening on like the weekly and the monthly. And not only that, you got more, or kind of less history for you to go back and look at the weekly and the monthly. Like if you was trading a monthly, you know, they're gonna have to go back 20 years to try to find 10 to 20 years, you know, to possibly try to find a current pattern that you can find as has an edge. Versus looking at the hourly, you know, you can go back 2 weeks and probably find some similarities in some of the trades. But then again, who's trading a monthly? Or the weekly for that matter.
Big facts, yeah. You're right.
So you kind of got to find that sweet spot. Like the monthly will give you the cleanest amount of true price action. In the weekly, we kind of get you a little faster, but we only got 52 weeks, so that's kind of a little bit longer. The daily is probably the sweet spot. I would say the daily is the sweet spot. We got 365 days, more than enough candles for you to find a trend, wait for a breakout. And that, you know, looking at it from that standpoint, now you're looking at the 4 hour and the 1 hour is like scalping time frames almost when you're looking at it from that standpoint. So it's just cleaner.
I like that. I like that, bro. treating that daily like it's that one to like really ride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you got you got time in the daily. It's a lot of things happen and don't happen. Like, I mean, people, it's not even a lot of, and I know this is just because out of popularity, but it's not a lot of even weekly breakout range trading strategies. So like I said, it's only 52 weeks in a year. So shit. I mean, what, 10% of that is like somewhat of a beginning of a consolidation. So you yeah, it's very difficult to try to find a strategy that somebody came up with on a weekly, but you find a shitload on a daily, furthermore on a 4 hour, different range. So like I said, that's kind of the sweet spot. More than enough time for you to catch a move. You just had to have a very busy life trading the daily. Day trading cannot be our only thing. Bitcoin starting to pull back a little bit. Looking at the daily, we have weak candles all last week from Tuesday going into Wednesday. Yeah, stock market won't be open till Monday. There's nothing to look at right there. Take a quick glance at the news. So this is the position we got in. Trying to take sales all the way down to this bottom. Like I said, I don't want much. I'm not really expecting too much out of it, but I do see all these bearish engulfings. 4 hour, nothing on the daily. Could have set up, but you already know. They won't give us too much of an easy play. So we're gonna monitor that, and let's see what the news has for us. All right, no news today on Sunday. Monday, no news for the U.S. Australian dollar. We do have a euro news coming out about 1 in the morning, 3 in the morning. Yeah, 3 in the morning, and also 8 in the morning. We got some European Central Bank having a speech. I think they possibly may be talking about rate hikes or cuts, and that will affect the dollar somewhat. So be cautious of that. After doing a little research, trying to see what moves the dollar, those other currencies and how they adjust their interest rate does affect the way we view our dollar, because they will buy or sell, the treasuries based on their interest rate adjacent to our interest rate, and just overall just the trade. Countries are buying and selling goods. They got to use their currency and the other countries' currencies to do their trade. So they want to utilize any kind of manipulation they can as far as interest rate goes for that currency. Tuesday, we got 7:30 and 9 o'clock in the morning news. Goods, trades, balance, and the job openings coming out at 9 a.m. Australian dollar also got news Tuesday night at 8:30. CPI is coming out. So that's gonna be heavy news on Tuesday. You hear me? Let's see what else we got. Let's scroll down. Wednesday morning, we have core PCE, personal income, personal spending. So see how we doing. That's the economy in America. That's coming out at 7:30. We got GDP growth, ADP employment change for USD. 7:15, 7:30 on Wednesday. So it's going to be pretty much heavy news. Thursday, we already know. Continuing and initial jobless claims that come out every Thursday, following by retail sales at 8:30 on Thursday night for Australian dollar. And Friday, NFP. Also CPI for Euro at 4 a.m. on Friday. So we got NFP at 7:30 for us. So probably going to go live on Friday too, just to see what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, that's gonna be a big one. Nice one.
Probably going to go live. What's that, school?
Whoa, what's happening, brothers?
Probably going to go live on Friday for NFP. And I think usually after NFP is followed by CPI for USD. So we being with all that said, I mean, I'm not sure if I know usually when we have big news events like that, especially like NFP, CPI, all that shit. In anticipation for that, the market usually kind of consolidates and shit before we even get to that.
What's
So
popping with y'all, man? My stuff is muted.
good.
It's tripping.
I'm in.
Good.
It's either gonna have a breakout. I mean, it's the range right here. Like I drew it out. It's the range from last week, 4-hour range. So we had kind of like some little shakeout, breakouts, whatever you want to call them. But yeah, this is gonna be the move. Either we're gonna sell off into that range that we have on the daily. Clean tracker right here to the left, we're gonna sell off, or it's gonna be a bullish continuation. But this is the range, so we just gotta wait for that breakout. Simple. It'll be easy, easy.
Yeah, man. The market either doing something or nothing, and right now I ain't doing too much of nothing.
They ain't doing too much of nothing, but we know it's heavy anticipation. I mean, nothing on. I don't think we got too much on Monday, but
Just wait for Trump to say something, no Trump.
right, right. That's gonna shift.
That's a fact. Hello. Yeah, that's a different. That's so crazy, bro. Like you can look at the news and be like, okay, we got this going on, but he could say something that can literally, no point intended, trump the fucking high news.
No, I just like Wednesday.
Nah, I think he like that fun.
Nah, big facts. No, but for real though, it's like he could straight up tweet something. You know?
Yeah, man. Like real talk. You really can't. And supposedly, I don't know how true this is, but supposedly there's been word going around that Hong Kong is supplying all the medical shit for hospitals and they cutting them off today. So
Yeah, not even that. Not even like the actual meds. Like they be cooking that shit up.
yeah, and like equipment and shit. Like fucking shit that the hospitals like throw away every hour. Like
Yeah,
reuse.
I didn't look too deep into that, but I did hear about that. And
Yeah, I didn't look too deep into it either because I know a lot of that could be like I'd be looking at it like, did the medical industry have a big bullish push recently? Could that be manipulation to, get them into sales? Like I'd be looking at shit like that. Like, why would they mention that now?
Yeah, that's facts. Drop that market a little bit, and then this will be another perfect opportunity to buy.
Yeah, man. Like, what else could they use? What else can they use to manipulate the markets besides news that's gonna make retail traders, act accordingly type shit? But they can't, like, these niggas can't get in and out the market like that. Like, they gotta you know, some kind of manipulation, enticing has to happen. But I don't know. What's a medical ETF? Anybody know anyone? Or what's the top medical company? Okay, check it.
If I had to guess, I would say Eli Lilly.
Eli Lilly.
As of right now, I would say Eli Lilly. Huh?
What's the
They stock ticker? I don't know. Maybe LIL. I don't know.
the largest company by market cap is Johnson and Johnson. Not sure what they have to do with the medical field as far as like hospitals.
Yeah. I was thinking about them too. Yeah. I mean, they like big dogs.
Yeah, they big dogs. They Johnson and Johnson do. They got lotion and shit, so they ain't just like medical.
Uh-huh.
United Health Group, possibly. Pfizer, Dope, Electronic. Hong Kong really ain't got shit to do with the medical shit. Let's say they just it's like more of a logistics thing. Be more dependent on China than Hong Kong based on what AI is saying. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what that was. That was just some news. They're trying to shake shit up. Especially when you got motherfuckers saying hospitals gonna close down on Monday. I'm like, what's that look like?
That'll be.
Like, what do that look like?
Yeah, that'll be terrible.
I believe niggas saying schools closing for a hospital.
Like drug dealers will really be selling drugs now. Like niggas will really be selling like packs of fucking penicillin.
That's it.
Nigga.
That's crazy. But yeah, I don't know too much about that, but I know they're trying to spread their news around. So let's see what Johnson and Johnson. J&J. Looking like on the weekly. Ranging. Like a son of a bitch. Damn. Shiznit. United. Scandal. United. Some niggas not public.
Yeah, I thought I heard school.
Oh no, I ain't saying nothing.
I thought
Yeah.
United Health Group, UNH. I'm about to say.
We have gold breaking into some heavy sales though.
Damn, look at UNH. That bitch tanking.
What?
United Health Group. That bitch went from 600 to 418 in 2 weeks. Right. What you say about gold? 32.
Oh, that bitch tanking.
Yeah. It'll be nice to see what gold does at 32.50, 32.40.
It made it to 32.60.
Right.
Is that 32.80?
Right. Yeah, I still feel like it got more room to drop. I mean, they got a lot of rejection wicks at 32. Well, not a lot, but two.
Yeah, it's about to make its way into some more sales for sure. Look like.
Oh. Everything's starting to turn around. Equity's turning around a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
After that little run. There we go. S&P, US 30.
Hmm.
The CPU control is crazy. Anybody holding in positions over the weekend?
Mm-mm.
No.
Yeah, those AU guys that I was telling you about.
Right, right.
Other than that, no.
Everything just look like doing a slight pullback. Everything's still in
Like consolidate, yeah.
structure.
Mm-hmm.
Hold up. I lied. I'm not calling him back.
Quick
That's not
pullback.
okay. I don't care.
Yeah. I'll put back. It said Trump is the Antichrist trying to destroy this country. The dollar's gonna tank hard tomorrow. How do you know gold will surpass 4,000?
Nigga, what?
Boy, these niggas be talking crazy.
They just be saying anything on that.
Anything on that, boy. Somebody said just
They
run up.
talking about this week, 4,000. I
Man,
mean, it's been running, but I don't know about no 4,000 this week. I think it's gonna pull back.
Yeah, it's gonna hit 4. Fuck, it's gonna hit 5. But they ain't.
Not
It's,
right now, not this
that's what
week.
I'm saying. It's
yeah.
like,
He's talking about this week.
no, he tripping in. Yeah, but like you said, I bet he gonna get a lot of clicks and comments and what the fucks and shit.
Nah, for real. Cause
Yeah,
he
it definitely. It
typed
might
it up.
hit it next week. I don't know about this week.
Now,
Depends
what I
on what
can
it do
see,
this week.
I can see the dollar tanking next week. I can see that shit.
Yeah, that's what
You right
everybody want to have.
because it already is tanking. You know what I'm saying? Like, duh.
Right. That's what niggas want to see.
Right.
You said next week?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can see it happening. Like, if you look at
Oh
the
yeah, for sure
DY,
next week. I
uh-huh.
said this week it looked like everything trying to do a quick pullback, but ain't no telling it could still pull back and then tank. You know what I'm saying? All in one week. Ain't no
True.
telling.
True.
Ain't no telling.
You gotta wait. As you said, this is an NFP week, huh?
Yeah.
So
So
yeah, this is important.
it's gonna throw niggas off because everybody was looking at last week like, oh, we was consolidated, we pulling back, so we about to have a continuation week. I was like, yeah, we might have a continuation week, but it's probably gonna be on Friday. Like it's gonna consolidate all week and wait for Friday.
That's facts. And then this might jump the opposite direction and then go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or whatever. But no, yeah, it could be a lot of things. So
Like even if the dollar wants to tank, like the this week the dollar could trade all the way up to 101. As soon as NFP come out, the bitch could drop all the way back to 98 dollars. And we back bearish. Like it could do some shit. Especially if Trump says some dumb shit, according to whatever the fuck is going on. That's a lot. Yeah, we supposed to be getting a black vote. But that's a lot of money left. That's low. Still a lot of bank. 400 billion. That's the crypto market. Come on, AU.
Putting back too much for you.
I'm in sales.
Oh.
A little short sales to down to this lower little bottom at 63.50. Want this bearish 4 hour engulfing.
Yeah.
Just trying to capture the 60, 20, 25 pips if you want to get coming on Sunday.
So you brave and shit. Brave heart. Nigga just be out here pulling plays. Gotcha. Hey, it's not a bad play. It's a damn boy. Y'all be serious. Y'all be in the market.
Man, I said after last week, after that, then nigga dropped that little knowledge on me, bro. I've been looking at shit a little different. I've been looking at other little situations, especially
Yeah.
with us trading in the morning. I be looking at situations like, okay, what overall is happening to the pairs I'm looking at in the morning, like based on when after London kind of get out of their opening shit, after New York open, stock exchange, like all that shit.
So
Like,
would you categorize this, if you could, to like a right now in the moment trade?
yeah, this is trading what I see. I see bearish engulfings on the 4 hour. I see a possible bottom. I know the market likes to reach bottoms or break bottoms. So
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this is a high. I ain't gonna say this is the highest. I'm gonna say this is like a B grade trade. It's not an H setup. Even though I'm
Okay.
getting all my bearish engulfings, but I'm trading in the consolidated era. Like I would
Okay.
rather like an A plus setup would be a bearish engulfing down here, trading into this traffic to the left. That would be a A grade, like waiting for the breakout of 63.50.
Right.
You feel me? But
Right.
trading what I see, like fuck all that extra confirmation shit. I know this Sunday. We're probably just continuing what Friday did with this pullback we did on Friday. So I'm just kind of going with that motion.
No, I like that.
Like I said, my stops is tight right now. It's a damn near 1-4 trade as well as my risk to reward. So yeah,
What about the heaviness? Is that dynamic? Like on
uh,
my like lower probability trades or whatever, or what I would consider like a B or a C or whatever the fuck. If it ain't an A plus, they not high probability. So it's like A or nothing as far as like me going heavy. Do
and
you
I'm not going heavy.
exactly? Yep. That's
That's another reason why I chose to go a little light on this trade because I know I'm trading in the consolidate. Like, it could easily come all the way down here to 63.70 and pop up. Like that's like the pretty much the range. All this is just kind of like fake out breakout shit at the bottom, but that's pretty much the range for the most part as far as what Sunday opened at.
yep.
Um, so yeah, it could do
No,
that.
I like that. I like that because the what I do initially, I look for the long the long term trade, and whenever I see this, you know, a hint of that, whether it be on the 4 hour or the daily, I'll enter in, and that's when that first one will be like a little tester. The second one is gonna be pretty hefty because that normally is going to confirm the move, which is usually an A plus setup,
Right. Would you
and that's what.
consider this daily bullish engulfing from the bottom of A plus setup? The fact that it pushed so high, the daily on April 9th on that
Man,
Wednesday.
hell yes. But when I tell you that is like, yeah, yep, that's one of the coldest. That shit engulfed 2 days, nigga. Like two stupid, heavy terror volume days.
Yeah,
So yeah, that was an amazing setup. It's on a larger time frame.
that
It
bitch was
swept
high
it
as fuck.
swept lows and engulfed like nobody's business.
That bitch moved high. The stops
Huh?
would. I said that bitch moved high. Your stops would have had to been just like kind of like just a number type shit. Cause you damn sure couldn't have put a stop below the low. Like that shit would just been.
And that's when that first entry, you got to go in low enough to where if you would put a stop below there, if it does hit, it ain't gonna like super sting you. You got to treat it like that. Still take the entry because now you way at the top of the building, you looking off the edge. When you trying to go to the top, you're not looking down. When you look down, they say, "Oh shit, I'm way the fuck up here." You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good. that's the A+ setup. So nigga, strap up, put a damn nice parachute on, you know, and that's that comfortable entry. That's that stop loss. Yeah, put it at the end of that. And when whatever pips that is, 100, whatever the fuck it was, you put it down there. And if it would hit 100, is it gonna wipe all of your account out? If it is, then you putting too much in on your first entry.
That bitch was. Hold on, that 240 pips.
And one day,
Yeah.
see, and that's another thing too. It's like, come on, bro. Like
On a move like that, I wouldn't have put my stops at the bottom. I would have pulled on my fibs, and I would have
and
went
did a 50%.
50%. That's what I was
50%.
right there.
And that's cool because yeah, just looking at the charts, I don't think that's crazy. It was that much, but yeah, the volume has been bigger.
No, that is crazy. A daily candle, 240 pips.
That's
Shit, the
ridiculous.
bearish one. This one did.
Especially yeah, that bearish one is nuts.
350, bitch.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, and if not, what you want to do is you'll go low. You know what I'm saying, and put your your higher interest if you're really trying to get it in. Have a buy order at the top of the wick. And when it go up there, you're smooth sailing, nigga. You may be in 5 to 10 pip drawdown, maybe. And then you smooth sailing. That's when you go heavy. You know, if not, your stops are gonna have to be so tight to where you're gonna have like 3 to 5 entries before you can run it. You know,
Yeah,
because
because
if you go,
taking you out.
come on, man. If you go heavy, your stops gotta be tight because you don't want to take that heavy hit. Even if you go on a nice run, you know, 10 trades in a row, you heavy stinging them bitches. If you don't fucking triple the account, whatever the fuck. Once you go heavy again and take a big hit, like a tariff hit, then yeah, nigga, you back. You know, you back. You already know that story.
When you started.
You already know that story. So it's like it gets to a point to where when you are dealing with so much that you need to be worrying about like protecting the bag instead of getting the bag. You know, that bitch gets so heavy, you need more support just to transport that shit. You can't just put it on your back and walk the streets. Nigga, you need a damn unmarked van and drive it through the city.
Right. That's real. Mm.
So yeah, man, like go aggressive on the ones that you know when to go aggressive. And when it be them ones, you know you be sitting that bitch for at least about a day. So it's like, why not go in, you know, a little bit light on the first entry? What you think? The next 4 candles ain't gonna go in your favor? Then that mean it ain't an A+ setup.
Hey,
So you always gonna have multiple opportunities to get in a trade, just the same way around. Just like when you be in a fucked up trade and you had buku opportunities to get out that bitch before it went really bad. It'll be the same way.
Not that real.
hey,
If it's really going in your direction, you're right. It's, you know, you should see that continuation, and that's kind of where I was going off the. I think the daily after we had that big ass run up from the tariff sell off, we started to
I
run up
like,
overnight.
I like how we be calling that shit the
Yeah, nigga, you gotta say that because that's if you don't say that, nigga, you'll be wondering like why the fuck the market did this. Like you gotta say that, nigga.
Right.
And when that nigga, when the market rebounded, when he was pausing on all that shit, the market rebounded, and we ran all the way back up above this resistance right here. That we had like a triple top on the daily, and from that in that high range, not at the bottom, at the top of the range, we created a bullish engulfing. Now, if we was really supposed to go extremely bullish, we would have ran up on Friday and we would still be going up on Tuesday. I mean, on Sunday. But we know it's, I ain't gonna say it's very rare, but I would think it would be hard to find a bearish Friday and a continuation bearish on Sunday with no pullbacks. I would think so. Just with the psychologicalness of the whole weekend being untraded, I would think you would see some kind of pullback. So with this Thursday bullish engulfing and we starting to get rejections pulling back down on Friday and like at least I'm thinking we go pull back to these lows. Like it want to test something. And looking at the high time frame, I think it's want to come down to these lows. Like because we should have been bullish. And if we are bullish, that's even more reasons why we're going to test these lows. Like it want to grab liquidity. They want to come down to these lows, grab liquidity, and go back up. So that's like even more reason why I got into these sales. Even though, as we can see, we just came off a crazy bullish run. So breaking this high would definitely say, yeah, we bullish. Even though we didn't get a proper breakout and retest to confirm that, further confirm like out here, see a bullish break to the downside, then the market retest.
You got your charts up or no?
I don't. Now I do. Thank you.
Okay. I'm like, fuck, man. I want to see what this nigga talking about. I know he ain't talking about the crypto fucking.
Nah, for real. I be forgetting. But yeah, off of this little structure in October, you kind of can see the break and retest. And I want to see markets like that, especially on a high time frame. If it's really a true breakout, it need to be a break and retest. And we don't know how long breakouts and retests happen. That should be something we kind of probably should study on different time frames to see what a true break and retest look like, or how long they usually take to do so. But yeah, I didn't see that, so I'm fading the other way. I'm thinking all the buyers that still in from last week is just continuing to go with their move, which they are right. I mean, we bullish, but I still feel like this pullback is not done yet. So I'm gonna take advantage of it if I can. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But the good thing we still in consolidation. So overall, the big picture really ain't happened yet. We ain't break out above 64.40 and we ain't break below 63.50.
Facts, and which is why that makes most sense when school was like, damn, like y'all really be in that bitch. Because as you can see right now, like we really in the shit. Like that's straight up consolidation. You in the woods with a fucking dagger. You just slicing fucking throats. Like
With mud on my face, nigga.
Facts.
You fucking Rambo. You done fucking hid in the tree covered in mud, nigga. You can only see a nigga eyeballs coming off the slicing nigga neck. You know what I'm saying? But I understand going off of what happened on Friday, how those days usually match up with for damn sure that Sunday, evening, nighttime open. And then you playing off of the, one of the main signals that we kind of look for in those bearish, those engulfing setups regardless. But there was a bearish one on the 4 hour, and as you can see, it's working its way out.
Yeah.
Working its way out. But just like you said, at this little area right here, it's gonna be tough to see if it's gonna like break and smash through that. If it does, then like I said before, I'll get out, my little entry what I had in from last week, the end of last week. Because I'm still waiting to go heavy on buys, to be honest, on this market, on Australian dollar.
Shit, same here. Because I really, deep in my heart, feel like the dollar is going down to 92. So
That's a
if
fact.
that's the case, then yes, I am overall bullish on AU. But yeah, fuck that. I'm not
But but like you say, in the moment, that's why I like it. Like this is like an in the moment trade. You wasn't really invested on that bullish move yet,
not
So
yet. And I
yeah.
know for me to be invested, the market got to come down. So
Nice. Okay.
I want
I
to get
love it. Yeah, I love it. No, that makes so much sense.
just like with gold. If I was following gold a little bit longer and knew about gold, like I kind of getting the hang of it, but I would trade gold all the way down to 62.50 at least because I feel heavily in that. But like I said, gold a whole nother monster, nigga. Like you can't bring that forex shit over to gold. Gold like forex and the indices all wrapped into one, and crypto. Like that bitch feels everything. And the fact that it's a safe haven too, so you can get people running to it just because, like, yeah, man, AUD ain't no safe haven.
That's a fucking fact.
Ain't nobody running to that bitch.
Oh boy, yeah, you ain't lying.
But
Fucking AUD is like it's like a kite. Like
exactly.
the conditions outside has to be perfect for you to enjoy that bitch.
I don't see how y'all niggas trade that shit.
Even even the
No,
fucking even the
no, I
fucking the niggas who live
Pissing me off.
maybe utilize the whole country like they supposed to.
See, like gold right now. If I would have got in at gold where I was supposed to right now, I'd be up 20 points. You know what I'm saying? That's
hey,
like 200. You feel me?
What 30
Already
you would have sold?
at 32.92. That bitch at 32.70 something. What
Yeah,
I'm saying is,
fuck.
that shit move. It's an easy call. Y'all don't know what's going on. Like it's gonna get there, but when got there? What
yeah, you're
gotta be
right.
the lowest,
It's gonna
brother?
get there, but it probably ain't gonna get there as fast as gold. You fucking right about that.
That's my only thing. So it throw me off. I'm used to shit moving. So like if the shit ain't moving, I get anxious. I be done got out that shit, bro. Like especially when it pulled back before it even moved. Oh nah, bro. What y'all doing? I ain't gonna lie though. That's a good beginner because that's what people need to start doing, like with the slower thing. Because if you moving too fast, like you get used to that and you don't really know what you're doing,
That's
you can
why
lose your money fast.
that's what kind of got. I mean, granted, I ain't gonna lie. If Oanda had gold, I would be trading. I'm gonna keep it all the way 1,000.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is a fast mover. I'm gonna keep it G. And the reason why I know I will fuck up on gold because I be fucking up on UJ, and UJ be moving like gold when it got volume. All the Japanese pairs be
I'm
moving.
about to say, nigga, all the J's,
Nah, yeah,
but
all the Japanese
I
gold, nigga. Like so, you gotta be like on
love
it.
it.
You can't even like take your eye off that hole for 1 minute because
I'm gonna tell you the difference between gold and the forex pair. Gold don't swing as much as those motherfuckers.
true because it's like you got and people
At least when it's trending, it's
because
not gonna do as much
a lot
pulling back.
of gold. Like nobody holds Australian dollars and US dollars like that. Like they niggas be holding. So it's like the
Like,
market gonna always stay above water because niggas holding that bitch. Like country,
yeah, like facts. That's true. That's true.
that's why I said gold will never fucking have a
The difference between
what was that like Tuesday, Wednesday? We looked at gold on the daily or the weekly, and from I think the 90s, early 2000s, gold only had I think a 3-year negative downturn, and it wasn't like a crazy like that was the biggest, that was the longest term of consolidation and maybe some kind of bearish correction. Other than that, gold be yeah, go long, buy gold like that bitch is not good.
I feel you though, man. That's why I've been trying to, well, not trying, but working my way into those stocks because those are trendy too. Like they just, you get some good companies, they just fucking run. Like they just run the fuck up.
Facts.
And you could play those options and other type of ways. They got so many different type of ways you can play with those stocks. Up or down. So
And you get dividends on something.
yes,
Like we don't get no dividend from holding gold.
that's a fact.
It depends on what stock you're into, though. Not all of them get dividends.
True.
Right? Yeah. No. Yeah. Certain ones. But that's like a play. Like if you got, I got fucking a couple $1,000,000 or whatever like that. I don't know what to do with it. You put it on a stock that's pretty decent. Let's say fucking Apple. They probably having their troubles, but that's still like niggas. Niggas arguably say that's like the best country. I mean, I say country best company ever made in this country. Some say in the fucking world.
Yeah.
But hey, you put down on that bitch will give you some type of, what I'm saying? Like it ain't a big one, but you got a couple $1,000,000. You can live off that damn dividend for some people.
Fucking right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's a
G, you got a couple of $1,000,000. You don't even need the stock market, nigga. You could put that shit into a high yield savings account and live off the interest.
that too.
Like fuck the
That
stock market. Like if you really just want to be safe, yeah, you could put your shit in Bank of America and they will pay you 4 to 5% on a high yield savings account, especially if you got a couple of M's, and yeah, you'll be whatever the fuck.
When are you getting that? When are you getting that 4 to 5%?
Every month. My home, it was crazy. I got a partner. That nigga had 500 bands, a little bit over 500 bands in a fucking Bank of America account, and he was showing me his interest. That nigga was getting $5,000 every month.
Not too shabby.
And he was just, showing me the shit. I was like, damn.
Not too shabby. I mean, fuck, nigga. You should want to give your clients something back. You know what I'm saying? When you got that much in there, because only 250, only a $250,000 is insured. So if they go under, he gonna be like, "Oh, look, where my 5 at?" You're like, we got you on a quarter. That's the best we could give you right now.
That's all we insure for, fam.
That's why I said niggas be dropping quarters all around the world. I put a
quarter in every bank, bitch. Fuck $1 million.
That's what they do. That's what they do, man. Nigga have quarters all over the place. Quarters in different countries and shit.
And that's how you could tell the difference between a rich person and a wealthy person. Like a rich person, they'll have 500,000 in their bank account. A wealthy person, they only have 5 bands in their bank account.
Damn, and have you're right, 20 million in
portfolios, real estate portfolios, nigga, bonds and shit. That's where all the rest of their money at.
Yep. No tax. Well, not no tax, but get your fucking deductibles. Yeah, get your deductibles and you pay less type of shit. But that shit crazy.
The IRS supports businesses more than it supports employees.
Hell yes.
So,
and they think niggas be like, it's a different ball game. Like people be wanting to amass so much wealth and don't realize when you make money, you gotta pay at the end of the year if you ain't got your shit together. If you just making shit ton of money, at the end of the year when the taxes come around, they gonna say, "Give me."
Right.
And for the ones that for people that don't really know about that shit, like they get hit with what the fuck, and you don't want to fuck up on that damn payback, nigga. If you owe Uncle Sam, it's over. Yeah, that nigga look laughing it's really over. Like that shit's scary, boy. That's why I'd be like, oh shit, we gotta hurry up and we gotta do our taxes.
I'm gonna ask you this. I know we don't know a lot of like stupid wealthy people, but have you ever heard anybody like getting fucked over because they didn't pay their taxes? Like, I mean, I know you could, you know, Wesley Snipes and all these niggas you can name them, but like, you know, anybody like personally that got like hit with a fine or jail time or anything like that about their taxes?
No, no, I don't even know. You know, a friend, you know, a friend of a friend or whatever. Like nobody that close. You know,
Right.
but I also don't know that many people that made that much fucking money. It's always the people that's making millions of dollars that don't pay their shit because they spend it all, and then you know on the get back they, you know, a lot of people that's making decent money, so they got to pay back a couple of grand or whatever on tax. They kind of got their shit together, so where they got like a nice savings, so where they can pay that shit back. They probably got to do it on a payment plan or whatever, but they can get it done. But for the people that got, you know, like you said, they not wealthy, they rich. Yeah, they the ones that be getting caught with that shit, like the fucking superstars, and they literally get fucked from the first time they
That
signed the next
movie was real.
contract. Yeah.
But I was talking to I think 2 years ago, a lady that did my taxes. She was saying that when you do your taxes, the true purpose of it is to be at zero. Like when you get money back, that ain't you ain't doing it right. Some shit she was saying. Like man, you ain't
Yes.
supposed to get money back. You're supposed to be it's supposed to be everything zeroed out at the end of the year.
Like, yeah, yes, that's a good way to put it. You're supposed to be zeroed out because, like, you don't want to get money. If you get money, that means you are an employee. Like, you don't want it. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's just like, you don't have it. Like, nigga, you got a fucking house or something. You know what I'm saying? You ain't getting shit. Unless if you know what I'm saying, you really got to work stuff out so you can get it to zero. Not so you can get something. So you get to zero. So that's why when people gotta they doing their taxes, they gotta have so much receipts to be like, nah, I use this money for this, Uncle Sam. No, look, cause I had to use the money for this. And look, I got this business over. I had to... So then it could be like, oh, okay, like now we giving you that back, but it ain't giving it to you back in your hands so you can pay it off. It's just giving it back to where you get closer to that zero amount.
Right.
Yep. So yeah, that's the game. That's the
So
game.
when
That's
you getting it back, that's and saying you overspent.
yes. I'm keeping G. You know, like real quick. You know what I do with the, you know, with my side business that I have on the side, and I still haven't really utilized the tax game to help that out. Like I can easily say, nigga, you know, I operate. I'll be popping here. I can easily, you know, have a line of write-offs just for that alone. You know, whether it's my water usage because I got to clean off my equipment, uh, and amongst other things. But yeah, boys, there's so much into that shit. But definitely looking into it. You know, I think
That's
we could do our stuff. We could do our stuff together, or go to somebody like a professional and really make some shit happen. Especially because the way we turning up, man. We got an order from Turo Hospital for some chemicals. So shout out to them for give Nola Day.
what is like a specific area of hospital?
Yeah, I don't know where. But they need like 300 bags for one of the events they doing for Give Nola. Um, so yeah, it's a really good look. A really good look, bro.
Do y'all do anybody be journaling?
I used to. I had stopped for a minute. I was trying to. I'm gonna say,
Okay, I'm gonna keep it real, bro. And this is an honest question. Like, what is the point of journaling when it comes to like the whole trading thing? Like, is journaling? I don't know. I damn like I don't like the wording of it. Like, maybe it's like taking notes of your fucking progress.
Yeah.
Like, is that what journaling is?
Yeah, if you do it, if the way they most people lay it out, if you do it correctly, I can see the benefits of it. Imagine, if you was journaling for like 3 months straight, you got all this data written down in a computer or whatever, and you could kind of go back and not only see, what you traded per se, but you kind of get to write down like what your mindset was. It's a lot of shit you got to fill in, like what you thinking, why you got to trade, all this different shit.
But me, when I'm thinking about journal, me personally, nigga, I had a journal. It was like, you know how girls had the diaries and they had the journal. And you kind of just jot down shit. But a lot of dudes had the black and white composition. You write down rhymes and that bit. You might draw, like in my area, you might draw a couple of fucking anime characters, Dragon Ball Z and that bitch. It's just like stuff that's just like in that moment. Like you said in this trade right now, you trading in the moment. I think it's so tough to go back unless if you have some type of outline for your journal. Like, what is the catalyst of the day? What
Yeah,
news
that's
came out that day? Like,
yeah,
that makes sense. That makes
yeah,
sense.
and that's how it is with trading. It's supposed to be like to that detail, like
Okay. Yeah. And I'm
what like every day you write out of like, okay, today the market was bearish,
oh
days
shit.
before I was bearish, I took a bearish trade. It either worked out or it didn't. While I was in this trade, I was
I
really
felt.
serious. I was really calm. I was coming off like
Okay. All
it's
right.
it's a lot. It's a
I
lot.
got
But if you get
Yeah.
into maybe like check boxes and like yes or no type shit,
okay. Check
it's
this out.
so
Check
easy.
this out. Is there a journal like that that's for sale right now? Like that you can purchase?
Hmm.
All
Yes,
right.
but I would have to do like research. But it's a lot of journaling. Fucking thing.
But is it physical or is it like download an app?
It's mostly like
I'm almost thinking about just from like talking, having this conversation right now about it. That'll be fine to have like an actual like I'm talking about like a 5x7 notepad journal that has like check boxes, fucking bullet points, like really an outline to where you can have name, date, like I said, how I'm feeling, what was the news that came out, catalyst, time, market, have all that. So only thing you just got to write in is just, whatever, AU or whatever. Sometimes I might have it all laid out to where you can just circle it. I'm on AU today. I'm on EU this day. I'm on gold. Like,
right.
that'll be fire. That'll be fire. Because the apps are becoming like, apps are like the new fucking business cards. Like, you just get an app, you might use a bitch, or you might not. Some might hit, what I'm saying, it may work for you, but I don't know.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. It's
Because I
better
heard that
mental.
trade Zelda shit fire.
It's better for your mental to write it out because you
That
like
too.
it hit hard and you remember it when you like physically write.
That too. I mean, that's how we learn. All that shit getting deaded now. So yeah, I'm
Either
gonna
that, I
look
said
at.
that'd be fire, fucking like a voice recording, but that's like now you getting into like you gotta save a lot of data because you recording all these fucking
I was just about to say that'll be a lot of work, or I didn't. You say the perfect word, a lot of data. Just eating that up, regardless if you have the app to do it, and you can save it or whatever. Like all that data, yeah, nigga,
I already know how MP3 files
you're gonna need some more space in the cloud.
back. We got a team on Amazon now. But
Yeah, I'm about to go heavy on it.
I used to too. And it did. I ain't gonna lie, it did help, but I guess it only helps if you review it. I mean, writing it out, I would think is a good thing, but if you don't even go back and review the shit, like I kind of like, what's the benefit of even writing the shit down if you know you're not gonna look at it?
Yep. So if you want to remember it, write it down so you don't forget.
I guess in a sense, these YouTube lives be like our own journal too.
Say what?
I said, I guess in a sense, these YouTube lives be like our own journal.
I've been saying that. Like I said that a long time ago. Like, yeah, this is the journal for me, because I can not only look at what I can not only look at what happened, and be like, oh, okay, damn, what happened that day, blah blah blah. I can go to the YouTube and see how a nigga was feeling, like, what I'm saying, during that time, because you already know if something going on, you'll be talking about it.
Now that
And
emotion is real.
yeah, you can feel it. So, but yeah, this is the best if you ask me.
Cause I be talking a whole lot of shit if we was at 39, 63.92. See, I ain't
Pick.
fixed it yet.
I'm gonna say one thing, boy. It's different from when you be saying, "Oh yeah, boy, I'm about to get in the markets and do this week. I'm about to cut up." You hear me? And then when you actually get in, it be like, "Oh shit, boy, damn." You hear me? Should I stay in this trade? Should I? Man, fuck all that. Go back to it, all that shit you were saying right before. Oh boy, I'm
So
telling
what
you,
you
bro.
said
That been pulled back 2 points on a nigga. Nigga be, oh Lord, wait, hold up,
throughout
man.
the
What?
week, you should listen to the Sunday live. Cause that's
Huh?
what I said throughout the week, niggas should just replay the Sunday live. Cause that's when a nigga be talking that big shit on Sunday.
Fake. Man, I'm about to cut up. Boy, I'm about to hold all my trades. About to, you hear me? Man, I ain't about to make no mistake. I'm about to go by the book. Boy, you getting the fucking trades, boy. Nigga say, hold on, man. The book cutting up, man. This bitch about to pull back. Man, I might be tripping. Let me get out this bit early. As soon as you get out early, you heard me, that bitch go back in your direct. See, man, I knew I should have went by the book. Man, I know.
Bruh.
Man, that boy, the boy, hey, at that point though, you need a demo.
That's when you know you fucked up. When you say the words, I'm about to get out, that's when you know you fucked up. Like that should be a word we should remove out of our vocabulary. I'm about to get out.
I'm about to, if anything, bro, it should always be stop loss adjusted. Like
Yeah.
in my mind, like I think like you should just pull your take profit up if you think it's gonna continue, or fucking keep your take profit and just continue to move your stop loss up accordingly, type stuff, and just keep the same TP. You know what I'm saying? And then once you hit your TP, just add another new position if you think it's gonna continue. You just add a new position right there, type shit. You know what I'm saying? If anything, if that bitch pull back, let it pull back, then add a new position when it come back and you think it's gonna go. Basically, and just put another stop loss, fuck a new stop loss. And make sure you securing profits though. That's all.
Right.
Like every time you add a new stop loss, make sure you made more than you fucking could lose in this stop loss and this new stop loss. That's all. So that way you just hitting more profits, more profits. So if you win 4 in a row, If you hit 4 in a row, now you know what I'm saying? Off a 5-year trend like gold been doing or something like that. You ain't gotta ride that bitch and just hold a position the whole time. You could just run the trend, but make sure you taking your profit when that shit hit. That's all.
I
Uh,
me, I would. The only thing I would never move my stop loss. I think that's key. Only way I would move my stop loss is if I'm damn. Yeah, it's almost like because when you get into a trade, you know what you want to take profit at. So why you don't know where you want to get out at? Get stopped up, and that shit should like damn that state. Now, if it get up and it's like 50% into profit or away from your stop loss, I mean from your take profit.
yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like if you damn near hit and take profit, and then that bit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
It's like
Start
you
doing
don't
something.
want it to go all the way back on you. I done had that happen sometimes
That's what a
where
lot of
you
people.
think it's going one way, and then it go close to your take profit, and it don't make it there, and then
But
it come all the way back.
in that time when it goes up there, but it don't like really take you out. One thing, how many pips or points it be away from there?
It depends. It's always different, you know that.
Yeah, yeah. Because I know a goal that shit's like completely different compared to for well not completely, but you know
No,
what
I'm
I
just saying in general with any pairs or whatever, it's
mean.
always different scenarios. I'm saying just any scenario though. What I'm saying though is when it just get close. Like sometimes it get real close. Sometimes it'll make it like halfway there, then pull all the way to you to go. It might still make the take profit like you saying, but that bitch will make sure you go all the way back into negative. Have you second guessing your trade.
Yeah,
Then that bitch go and hit your TP after
yeah,
you probably done got out the trade at that point, like I was saying a fucking it's something because you like, man, wait, what happened? You know what I'm saying? With your head. So that's
yeah,
why I'm like, like
yeah.
if
And
you can't, if you're
that's
not
the
used to
tough
going
part.
through that kind of zigzagging,
Yeah,
man, do not, man, just move your stop up, dog, and just re-enter. Fuck that.
re-enter.
Re-enter. Once it put you in negative, you know what I'm saying? That way you done took some profits, just re-enter back into the same position. If that's the case, if you think it's
That's
gonna
true.
go back up.
That's
Just
true.
re-enter in the same position because that'll happen a lot of times too, where you get the same position. You could just, you know, and say if you took $50 off of that trade or whatever, just saying number 50 points, $20, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You can always come back and bust the full take profit. It's gonna happen fast this time. You ain't gonna have to wait.
Yeah,
You know where the shit going anyway. But like you saying though, or you could do it in the sense that okay, it won't put me in negative. I'm gonna just put another position right here. But a lot of people don't like to add positions in negative when they position in negative. So now you just sitting through a negative trade. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, that's true. That is definitely
it's
true.
all about where you put your stop loss at too, because most
Yeah.
people put their stop loss above the previous swing point. If they buying or selling, they gonna put it above or below the previous swing point. The only reason we do that is really just niggas was taught that way, and it's like some kind of psychological shit. But in hindsight, you could really put your stop loss, nigga, 1,000 pips away. So where you
Mm-hmm.
negative, you'll stop or never get hit. You'll probably be in negative drawdown if the trade go against you, but you'll never be out the trade. You
Yo,
know,
yes, you
Right.
will. Yes, you will get out the trade because they got a thing
so
called
yeah,
margin call.
you're market,
Mars.
You
yeah,
got margin
Y'all
call. See,
stupid.
that's what I'm saying. Like it's
out the trade. But in a sense, I'm saying like when you see like say in a sell position and the market going up and it's creating a high and then it's starting to sell off and you want to take sell, it's very rare, damn near impossible to catch the high. Like the high, I'm talking about the pip high. Like that's damn near impossible to catch that. So most people, after they that have some kind of confirmation, they'll get into that sell. Where you think people go try to push the market back up to if they want to like do some retracement or run stops? They gonna push it back up past the previous high to run stops, where everybody pretty much got their stop losses at. So you kind of like got to be expecting that shit, and that's kind of what school was saying. Like it'll come back up to your previous entry, and it damn to go past your previous entry. And if you still feel that you in sales, you could take another entry. Like you could add to that entry and keep if you still feel that you that is bearish. You know, at the end of the day, but you have to know that it's going to come back. It's going to sweep highs. Like it's some scenarios where it never does. Like if looking at the chart, I'm looking at this 5-minute engulfing that happened at fucking what was that 5 o'clock or some shit. You know, taking the trade and putting a stop above here, yeah, okay, we never got stopped out. The market just sold out. I mean, granted, just a 5-minute, but that's rare, you know.
But see that and I didn't mean to cut you off, but that makes sense too. Like to me, would I like to put my stops and take profits a time frame above my entry? Like I know Scoob like to look at like the 8-hour for his like tops and bottoms. I know he be pointing them out because they be like for sure fucking like kind of, you know what I'm saying, moves or it's not quite the daily,
Right,
you
right.
know, it's not quite the 4-hour, but it's gonna show you like for sure type of move. So if I'm entering on the 1-hour, I want my take profit and my stops to be on the 4-hour. You know what I'm saying? Because those tops and bottoms are gonna be like fucking support and resistance on my 1-hour entry chart. You know, so I think I think that'll be a good idea. Like if you entering on the 1-hour, have your stops and your take profit on the 4-hour or above. Or you know what I'm saying? I think that'll be something to look at. Me personally.
Yeah.
Sometimes sometimes that even happen without me even noticing. Like if I have a stop, like okay, if it really goes right here, then I know for damn sure. Then I'll step back and I look at the higher time frame. I'm like, oh shit, that's actually the top right there. So
Yeah, it would and see me, I'm gonna keep it G. Like a lot of my trades don't get stopped out by hitting a stop loss. It be getting stopped out because I feel like where I was reaching for, it should have been there already. Like I'm gonna tell you like this: my take profit is all the way at 63.50. If this market go all the way down to 63.75 and just hang around there all day, like chances are I may, you know, get out of this trade. And granted, it'll never get to my stop loss because I'm looking at something different now. Like I'm looking at time. Like now, you taking too long to get down to my take profit in this session, and it's not 100% sure that the next trading session is gonna take it in that direction. You probably was in an area to where the next session could take it bullish.
that's golden. That's golden information right there. In these markets, you should definitely treat every fucking trade like that. Yep.
You know, if I'm in a trade now, or this Monday morning or some shit, and I'm in a trade, and I know we about to get to a daily close at 4 p.m. and we about to go into the Asian session, and I still ain't hit my take profit, and it's only like 20, 30 pips away. And I'm starting to see signs that we pulling back from a low, you know, like, yeah, like I'll probably just take that profit and just wait for something else to set up because I know it's a higher potential that the market could reverse because we're in a whole new session. It's a whole new mind of traders. And like I said, I know different countries and different sessions like to work together as far as where they're going to take the market next. Like London to sell it off just for London and New York to buy it up and take it into new highs type shit. Because they know with those two sessions, we get a lot of volume. We could take this bitch all the way up 100 pips in 2 hours. Especially if you know you got news about to come out. Fucking CPI about to come out at 7:30. Like,
True. Yeah, that's a lot. You're right.
You could kind of see the previous price action engineered before the news come in. And you'll see that just looking at the previous session, especially on the lower time frames, you can see, like if you put it on like a 15-minute, 5-minute, but zoom all the way the fuck out, Like, don't even look at the candles as far as price and just look at the waves and just see how they form. You kind of see like, oh, London took it all the way down and swept Asian session from last night. They swept that low. So do I think New York is going to keep dropping it lower? And you could kind of confirm that on a higher time frame and go up like that. Like, shit, I'm gonna take buys right here because the risk to reward is low. It already dropped heavy on London, so I'm a risk and take buys right here. See what it do. And 9 times out of 10, if it still sells, it's gonna pull all the way back up. So your buy entry gonna be profitable, and then you could get back into sales from the larger time frame, larger trend. But you wouldn't have got that data if you wouldn't have zoomed down and just look and see what the different sessions did. Most people would have woke up and saw that selling and be like, oh, I'm about to take sales.
That's a fact.
That's what they want you to think.
Yep. It makes them change too.
Right.
That's how they just got me on gold too, right now. That dumbass shit.
Yeah,
Selling that
got it
bitch
up
hard
there.
as hell. I saw right there at the bottom. Nigga, that bitch pulling up. How the fuck?
Yeah.
But they gave like some signals for a nigga to get in at the bottom. That's why I did it. Them bitch, soon as they give them signals, boy, that bitch had just start pulling back. Damn, bitch.
Yeah, I've been looking at the rejection list, man. That's a lot of rejections over there in the 2260, 2260, 2270. The market didn't like that price.
3260 and shit. Mm-hmm.
I mean, 32.
Yeah. Yeah, I seen that too. I figured I was late to that shit. I just was like,
Yeah.
see.
Where you got in at 3270?
Yeah.
Yeah. Depending on how much it pulled back, it still might drop again. Just looking at the hour, we are bearish. I mean, even though overall we bullish, but we are bearish coming out this high. We making
The only
higher.
reason I'm really selling that bitch because it broke under that on the hour. It broke under the trend line, and I was looking for it. It went under one of my horizontal lines as well, so I'm just looking for it to sell off.
I got you. And everybody
I had to wait,
including the banks type shit. That's what I be saying, boy. Like them obvious that everybody know. Like they be like, yeah, a breakout could easily be a fake out.
right?
For real.
Exactly. It is what it is. I'm gonna pluck their ass either way. Look. I'm gonna hold this one out, but I ain't gonna miss 2 in a row.
But
That bitch, if it hit me out, I ain't gonna miss 2 in a row. That's all.
if if a nigga still really believe in sales, like even if that bitch pulls back up to 3,300, like nigga, hop in more sales if it look good.
Nah, that's what my stop loss at 33, like 3301 type shit,
Yep.
somewhere in there. So if it pulled back to there, that's gonna stop me. But I mean, if it come back down, I'm gonna be mad as hell. I ain't gonna lie.
Bro,
Hey, man,
everybody got if you looking at that 1 hour sell off, everybody got in the sale. So and then it sold off some more, so even more people got in it, but it had a lot of rejection wicks if you look to the left right there. So it's like
nah, that's expected. The pullback was expected for real.
right.
I'm not worried about that shit. I expected the pullback. I really wanted it at 32.92. That was my real area for real. So I might, if it go up and then come back down right there, I might just sell
Like
there for real and just sell it back down.
I would wait for gold to get up to this little range. like you said, 30, 33.01, 33 flat. I always take it all the way up there. And that's it.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I might put the stop like it.
If we get above 33.20, then yeah, we might be in for some buys all the way up to 33.70.
Mm-hmm. Looking real bullish from this point. I'm about to be done. Hedge that bitch. Looking real bullish. I want this hour to close. Let's see what happens. And,
Our fucking DAX looking like gold.
yeah, Dax looking like Dax. That
That bitch.
bitch be running, dog.
Oh, for real. He's trying to do it for
Doing a slight
that.
pullback, but it's going back some more.
Damn, that's bring the fuck up.
I should have been buying at that bottom. I knew that was the bottom. I'm an idiot. I just
Damn,
wanted to take a chance on it.
stop you, boy. It was like you was in the Super Bowl, nigga. I was like, boy, I hope that bitch break up.
Man, they did that shit on some lame shit, dog. Cause that bitch ain't even had to pull back down there. I'm gonna tell you why. Cause all the other indices started pulling. They started already going bullish at that point. You feel me? They
Yeah,
started going bullish. So by the time that bitch opened up, it should have really opened up halfway bullish type shit. Like in the area it was already in that I had it in. It should have just opened up with no gap. You
right.
feel me? And just started going bullish. That bitch really literally just gapped down for no reason. Type shit, literally, because it didn't go no more negative after it gap. It just went straight up after that. So it's like, what you did that for? For real. It's Tuesday. Y'all was closed. You ain't got to show me the movement it did over the weekend. I don't give a fuck what it did over the weekend. You know what I'm saying? Open that bitch up where it's supposed to be opened up at. You know what I'm saying? Like, not saying it don't gap, but what I'm saying is it shouldn't have gapped because everything was already going back bullish. But it is what it is. Fuck them. Bitches. You feel me? Man, that bitch gold started going instantly bullish on my ass.
And then even looking at the
I don't be liking that.
staring at the daily, that bitch didn't really even pull back much. It was really them lower time frames that had the that was
But I'm
showing
about
up.
to get up out of gold. That bitch blowing it. That bitch up 15 points from where I got in that fast, bro. That's crazy. And it ain't been 15 minutes. Basically, it's been 30, but goddamn. That bitch is going bullish, big bullish for no reason. They ain't gonna get me twice, though. They got this move. I got this. I ain't tripping.
And
They ain't gonna be able to do this shit twice. Not this week. I'm really not even looking for sales like talking about it. Cause that bitch still over the 8 hour on my 50 on the 8 hour 50. Yeah, man, that bitch still bullish.
did it
So
bounce
I
off?
really should be looking for. Nah, I didn't even touch it yet. That's why I was really looking for it to touch it to go there, and that would have been like another
Where is it at?
a
What
quick
price?
little 20 points type shit.
What
20
price
point move.
is the EMA sitting at right now?
Um, basically at 32.45.
I knew it. That's crazy. I got the price sitting right on my screen. I knew it. Nigga, I'm gonna say I would put a buy order right there. 32.50. Just let it sit because that bitch may wick down there and get you in, and that'll be like a fire ass entry on some shit. Like I would just let that bitch chill and go light on it. Like let it get you in light and then add as that bitch going up. Because if that's what the EMA at, especially in 8 hour, I could see it touching that bitch and bouncing off that hole. If everything still is lining up in the economy like it is, if shit is shifting, then this fucking trend is gonna shift. Because niggas ain't gonna want to fuck with gold. They gonna put their money back in the equities market to get a higher gain. But we ain't been seeing that right now. Like, ain't none of the stocks. I don't know. Is any Mag 7 bullish right now? No, they all, they all still in that lower range and shit. That's what I'm saying. So it's like nobody bullish and shit in the stock market as far as the ones that's holding up the S&P. To that change, yeah, gold still should be the move.
I'm selling this over right now though. I think that bitch still gonna sell for real. That bitch playing.
Yeah.
Ain't no way. That bitch playing, dog. Really gotta see how this 8 hour close. If it closed below this 90 at 32.90, it's lit. That should be some fire sales.
Yeah.
We just need it close. They just got in early, to be honest. I wanted that 32.92. I should have waited for that price.
Yeah, man. Them pullback. That'd be the thing. Like, it'd be a question of like waiting for the pullbacks and then waiting for the pullbacks and they never come.
That's why I got in, bro, because that type of shit pissed me off. I'd have been even more mad. I ain't even tripping about waiting through the pullback. Like, when them bitches just go without me saying I'm knowing that shit about to go, bro, that pissed me off the most, because it just be like, bro, you should have just been in that bitch already type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, when that bitch be just taking off, bro, like when that DAX move, bro, I'm sitting there watching that bitch, bro, and usually you have time to get in moves, like a little bit of time. Like, nah, bro, this bitch did a fire pullback to the horizontal line, went straight there and shot up like over 2,000 points, bro. That was when that tariff stuff, when it was, all that shit was going on. Man, I'm sitting here like, bro, I'm waiting for the fire best position to get in. But any position would have been fire at that point, you know what I'm saying? It didn't matter where I was in at, as long as I grabbed some of these points. That bit played on me. I could have got in early, waited for the pullback. I could have got in at the pullback. It didn't matter where. But they was about to pay a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, all I had to do was just be in the game, you know? So my thing is, I just feel like I just want to be in the game. It don't even matter if I'm early, late. Long as the game going the way I want it to go. You know what I'm saying?
True.
You feel me?
Still
Fuck it
got
at that point, bro.
you got about 20. I don't know how many pips is that if you sold at 32.70, if it go all the way to 32.50, in my eyes that's 20 pips. Is that what it is?
Yeah. 32.70, 32.50. No, it's about, I think it's 20 points, you know what I'm saying? But it's probably like 200 pips or something
Right,
like that. Because they look at it as, I think gold, they look at it as points or something. It's just Forex be pips, for real.
Right.
I think it's points, though. It'd be like 20 points or some shit.
I know,
And I think
gold got 3 digits after the decimal point, so I think they count that.
it's so that's what I was saying. It'd probably be like 200.
Yeah.
I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I'm thinking.
No, I think you're right, because niggas be saying like I just made 100 pips, and it only moved like in my eyes 10 pips.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. All right. So yeah.
Like 62.80, 62.70, that'd be like 100 pips to them. So I'd be like, God damn.
Because it would, like, I'd be doing, like, you like to, well, not right now, but what I like to do, put that 0.1 on that thing, you heard me? That'd be like $10 a point. You feel me? So once you hit 20 points, nigga, that's 200 points.
That's $200.
That's 200 pips. That's $200. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it just be like shit.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's probably why gold ain't on Oanda. They don't know how to fucking tip that shit out.
Yeah, nah, you'll make niggas be making it's too cheap. That's the
Yeah.
whole key. What they what cause even AU is real cheap, but I don't know, they make it to what I think the leverage just so ass, bro.
Mm-hmm. That's how
That
they
leverage is just so ass.
you actually get a higher volume of money that you could control with AU, but it don't move as fast. So them small movements will give you bigger profits versus like UJ. That bitch move faster, but you gotta put way more money to get like the same amount of control as far as price amount in the markets with UJ type shit. But it'll move faster. So it's damn near kind of even it out versus like a EU and an AU versus a UJ, the GJ or something. Like them bitches move faster type shit.
They move faster, but they cost more.
Yeah, they cost more. So like I could make like $200 a day with $20 a pip, getting 10 pips in AU all day with like probably like I don't know $10,000 some shit. But that same scenario in UJ probably gonna cost me like 15 bang. But it's gonna move faster. So instead of getting 10 pips, I would get like 30 pips to get that amount. And some shit like that. It's different. It's a different price and whatnot.
God.
But I know that's one of the main reasons why, besides the predictability of AU is also like I don't need a lot of money to make a lot of money with AU in my Forex account. That's why 25K was the goal for AU. But if I was trading UJ, it'll probably be like 30, 35K to get, to be making like close to a comfortable $1,000 a day. If you could do it with that 25K on AU, but you're gonna be using like probably fucking 14, 15K of your account to make that $1,000.
Gotcha.
$132 a pip, 25K. So yeah, 25. You need 19 bands to get $100 a pip in AU. $19,000. Come on, AU, sell out you bitch. But yeah, man. Monitor these markets. We'll be back Tuesday. AU still selling out. See how far we can go with that. But yeah, we'll see what what Monday look like. And we'll come back on Tuesday morning and talk about it, see where we at, see how we looking. But yeah, man. We out. We'll be back Tuesday morning. Y'all be good.
All right, brother. Y'all be good. Peace.
All right, Jesus.